Hi guys. I don't think anybody's here yet though, so I'm going to check my iPad and make sure that I'm actually live. And that I'm landscape mode. It appears that I am landscape mode, so yay! Ooh, I see I have 2 people watching. Hello, whoever you are. Leave me a comment and say, hey, letting me know that you can actually see this the same way I'm seeing it, which I think is landscape mode, because I had a little trouble. I've had some trouble in the past where I don't know how to operate my phone. And speaking of not knowing how to operate my phone, I went ahead and got a new phone so that I can not know how to operate this one as well. So I have had it for a week and I haven't even turned it on because I'm terrified of getting a new phone because, you know, they say that all your stuff will transfer over, no problem, they tell me at the store. There's this new way of doing it with Samsungs where you can connect both of your phones and this one will copy from this one. But I just don't always trust technology because it has failed me in the past. And so I'm a little gun shy, but it is super pretty. It's brand new and it's very sleek and pretty. And I got a new case. Hopefully it'll look good. It's supposed to have like this blue glitter ombre something. And then I got a pop socket because I love pop sockets. Hello, Teresa. How are you? So anyway, new phone. And one of these days I'm actually going to turn it on and switch all my stuff over. So that'll be fun. Hello, Trudy. Thank you so much for joining me today. So guys, it's been a couple weeks since I was live. Last week was Thanksgiving. So I did go ahead and make the trip up to Billings to visit my mom. My brother and his wife were also there. Hello, Teresa from Pennsylvania. Oh, awesome. And she shared the video. Yes, everyone, please share the video on your pages and let all your friends know so they can come watch too and learn how to make some really cool stuff. So I was in Billings visiting my mom and my brother was there. And I don't get to see him very often because he lives in, hello, Margot, long time no see. He lives in Arizona, so he doesn't come up, you know, all the time. But since we've had all this trouble with my mom, he has come up more frequently, obviously. And so I did get to see him for 4 days, which was really nice. And my kids went with me. My husband had to work, unfortunately. It's the life of a public servant. That kind of stuff never closes. And so he did have to work the entire, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So hello, Lisa, how are you? So he didn't get to go with us, which I did feel kind of bad about leaving him here on Thanksgiving by himself, but oh, random hair. But, you know, he's a big boy and he'll get over it. I did leave him some food. It wasn't turkey because he's kind of allergic to turkey, so I didn't do that. So anyways, Thanksgiving was good. I hope all of you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving and you got to spend it exactly the way you wanted to, whatever way that was. And this hair is still hanging right in my eye, so it's got to go. You guys ever do that? Okay. What are we going to do? I need to give away the cards that I stamped the last time I was live, which were, I'll show them to you again in case you didn't watch my live. Horror! Why would you not watch my Facebook Live? It's amazing. And I do think I'm slightly funny at times. So these are the cards that I made last time. We've got this one with the multicolor mixed embossing with glitter, which is super cool. A little bit different way that's put together. We made a desk calendar. Fabulous. And then I made this really cool card where, can you guys see that glitter behind that window sheet? Yeah, with some Stampin' Blends markers. So these cards were all, whoever shared my video the last time I was live, I went ahead and threw everybody's name in a bucket and I randomly pulled one out and the winner's name is on the front of this package. It says Sue Ashley. So Sue, you are the winner of the cards. So all I ask you to do is, if you're watching right now, just click on the messaging little bubble at the top of the screen and message me your address. That's the easiest way for me to get the stuff to you. So congratulations, Sue. I hope you enjoy the cards. And let's see, we have Charlene and Sherry on here also watching. Thank you, girls, for joining me. I hope you will enjoy your time with me. The last time I was on, I did talk about my little wasp problem that I was having down here. And I'm super happy to report that I think at the time there were 2 live ones on this light above my head. One of them got dangerously close to the edge and he met his fate in my vacuum cleaner. Sorry, not sorry. And then the other one just died a slow, painful death, which that's fine. Because he was in my house, he doesn't belong in here, so bye. And I haven't seen any more since. So the pest control guy did call me Monday to ask me how things were going. And I said, I haven't seen any new wasps. So yay, I'm so excited. So I'm hoping that that was the end of my wasp problem. I will probably find out more in the spring when they kind of come out of their dormancy, and hopefully they're not up there. But right now I don't have any, so I won't have to worry about them flying around my head and freaking me out. So that's good. Okay, I did get some cards in the mail from some of the girls on my team. Thank you so much, you guys. We did go to the onstage event last month that I did talk about a little bit, and then I did get some really fun cards. This one is from Barbara. She's got a great name, doesn't she? So thank you so much, Barbara. This one is from Kathy. Super cute. And Kathy also, bless her heart, sent me this. She like made a collage of a bunch of the pictures that we took at On Stage. So we had so much fun. Here's our little team gathering that we had, a little pizza party. Here's my super BFF girlfriends, Kelly and Dina. Here we are again with Christine. And then here's me celebrating my $700,000 milestone. Yes, can you believe I've sold $700,000 worth of Stampin' Up! In my 15-year career? I can hardly believe it, but it's true. So anyways, so thank you so much, Kathy, for that. And then I did get this gorgeous card from Denise. I did get to meet Denise and Kathy and Charlene for the first time. I had not met those girls before because they joined my team and they don't live near me, so I had never met them. So that was super exciting. So speaking of joining my team, did you guys know that in January we have Celebration? Sneak peek at the cover of the Celebration brochure. And they're also going to have a sign-up special, so stay tuned for that. There's going to be a bunch of extra products in the kit, plus you can have the opportunity to buy our super awesome crafting tote to go along with that. So I'll have more information about that. But speaking of the Celebration brochure and the Occasions catalog, how would you like to get one from me? Well, all you have to do is be one of my customers and have ordered $50 from me in the last 6 months. We still have some time for you to get that order in, and I can still get you a catalog. So just send me an email, shoot me a Facebook message, place an order in my store, shoppingwithbarb.com, and then I can get the catalog out to you. And you're going to want to have it because it's amazing, and it goes live January 3rd. They both do. So, and I do have some of the products. I showed them to you guys a couple weeks ago when I was live, and there's some really cool products. So I'm going to be broke. Well, I'm already broke because I already bought some stuff from the product purchase premiere that demonstrators were able to do. So I'm already broke. So I'm going to try to save some money over Christmas. Yeah, that's really funny. And then order again in January. Actually, I'll have to order in December because we have another pre-order in December and then in January. So I'll just be ordering. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, I also wanted to talk a little bit about my online classes. Right now I have 6 online classes, and you can purchase those from my blog at barbstamps.com. They're like 20 bucks a piece. I think there's one that's 25 because you have some extra things in there. And my online classes are really awesome. You don't have to, they don't come with any product. You just, hello Kathy, how are you? It's all done over the internet. So I email you a PDF file with the 8 projects on there, and then most of the classes have a bonus project, and so they all have the picture of the card that we make, the cutting measurements, the instructions, that kind of thing. Plus we also have video. There's a video for every card that goes along with it. So it's a pretty good deal for $20. You get a class. And so then I have a lot of other alternate ideas at the end of the PDF for you guys. So if you're interested in any of those, head to my blog, barbstamps.com. And I'm coming out with my next one on December, what did I say here? I've got the date written down. December 14th is going to be the Serene Garden, which is a super pretty bundle from the big catalog. So, all right. I think that is all of the, you know, blah, blah, blah that I have for you. I'm sure I'll think of some more blah, blah, blah while we're stamping. Actually, I just saw one more thing that's on my desk. Isn't this the cutest thing you've ever seen? Oh my gosh. I was rearranging some stuff down here and I came across this. This was Stampin' Up! Had partnered with Build-A-Bear Workshops many years ago when we first came out with our big shot and our exclusive dies, and they had some Build-A-Bear dies that we sold. So we sold the bears, we had their clothing, we had just all kinds of fun stuff. And one year at convention, they came out with this bear that we could purchase, and look, she even has her own little Stampin' Up! Apron. Oh my gosh. And she came with this cute little rubber stamp, and it says, I can't remember, life without stamps unbearable, which is so true. So anyways, I came across her and I just had to show you guys because she's super adorable, isn't she? Yeah. So she's been hanging out in my stamp room for, my gosh, I don't even know, 9 years, maybe longer. I'm not sure, but yeah, she's super cute. Hello, Carol. How are you? Carol's one of the girls on my team as well as one of my club members and customers. So hello, Carol. Nice to see you. Let me put this barrel over here where I'm not going to get any ink or anything on her. So that was one thing I did want to show you guys too. So, okay. I am going to now flip the camera and hope that this works, and then we're going to stamp. So hopefully that's not going to make anybody ill. Oh, and that worked out good. Oh, look, here's my glasses, still put together with duct tape. Honestly, you guys, I could really use some orders so I could get some new glasses, because it just seems like in this family of mine with my 2 children that everybody is more important than mom. And so the money has to go to everybody but mom. So mom still has duct tape on her glasses, and I do have to redo it every so often. Anyway. Oh yeah, here's all my notes. Can you see that? Here's my host code for December. I decided to throw a December host code out there rather than a November host code because November's over tomorrow. So if you do place any orders with me today or tomorrow, just go ahead and use this host code. I'll still send you some free gifts. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm sure it'll be awesome because all my gifts are awesome. Okay. Then I also wanted to talk to you guys about the Stamparatus bag. Now I don't have mine yet. I'm going to be ordering it in December with my pre-order, but it is an awesome little bag. So it's the same size as the Stamparatus, okay? So your Stamparatus goes on the inside here in this pocket here. You've got these 2 other pockets here for your extra magnets, extra plates, for your grid paper, that kind of stuff. And then it's adorable. It's got a little carry handle. It's got a shoulder strap. It's got the little Stampin' Up! Logo on there, which is super cute. So it's going to be on sale for customers, for you guys, on December 5th, and it's going to be $29. And so it'll be in my store, and I'll talk about it more when I actually get mine. But yeah, so just keep that in mind if you're a Stamparatus lover, which I am, and you want to have a little cute bag to carry your Stamparatus around in. Here it is. Stampin' Up! Finally got that done for us, so that's super exciting. I also wanted to show you some cards that I've made recently, just because I think that's kind of fun. So this one actually uses our November special, the Snowflake Showcase bundle of products, which is a set of dies, 2 stamp sets, and some cute little snowflake embellishments. And anyway, so this is the card that I made using it, but with the snowfall thinlits, but it's not Christmas themed. So you don't have to have everything be Christmas themed with snowflake dice. So I thought that was super fun. Here's a card I made with our punch box that's in the annual catalog. So I've got the happy birthday greeting here with some glimmer dots, and then the swirls and curls folder back there, which I really am enjoying. And of course, lemon lime twist was my favorite color until we got Granny Apple Green. Now Granny Apple Green's my favorite, but I still really do like lemon lime twist. Here's another card I did with that same punch box, and I just added, you can kind of see there's a little bit of dimension there. I popped up this layer that I ran through with the pine wood planks folder, and then I put my little sentiment punch out inside there with some of our metallic pearls. And I can't remember if I showed you guys this week, last week or not. I may have. Let's see. Linda is asking, can the Stamparatus bag be ordered in January? Yes, Linda, it can. It'll start to be available December 5th, and then it will be a regular item that we sell, and it'll actually be in our next big catalog too. So yes, you can buy it in January, and you can get some free celebration items. Yay! So this one uses the Sweet Season washi tape. I just threw a bunch of that in the background, added some gold foil in the woods tree, which, speaking of the In the Woods bundle, I am just going to be posting tomorrow on my blog. I've done one of my multi-card videos for that set, and I've got 27 cards that I'm going to show you using the products in that bundle. This is one of them. This is another one here where I've got those naked trees and a sentiment out of the country lane or country road stamp set. I can never remember what that's called. And then some paper here. And then I made this fun card with some vellum where I used the Merry Christmas to All thinlits, and then I actually put my glue behind the words Merry Christmas and behind this little thing here on the corner, because that way you're not going to be able to see any of my glue show through the vellum, which is super annoying. At least I think so. And then lastly, I totally copied my friend Kelly. She made a card where she colored some silver foil sheet with our Stampin' Blends markers. And so I did that with the dark Highland Heather, so you can kind of see that purple, really pretty purple back there. I also did color with the dark Highland Heather and the light Highland Heather my silver edged metallic ribbon. So I just thought this was kind of fun, a little bit different card for the holidays using non-traditional Christmas colors. So there you go. I also have a couple of alternate projects from this month's Paper Pumpkin. In case you guys weren't aware, it's sold out. There was no refills available. So hopefully you got yours if you wanted it. The December kit is also sold out already. So if you are a new subscriber, you will not be able to get that. But if you already are a subscriber, you will get your December kit. So here's a couple of alternate projects. This one I just used the cards in the kit to kind of make some presents, stack those up. And then this one I used the same card. This one made a banner. Added some of those fun little things here, and then some of the twine. This ribbon is actually, all right, what did I do with it? It's behind me. It looks like plain cherry cobbler ribbon, but alas, it is not. It is this stuff here. It is our stitched cherry cobbler ribbon, and I just pulled out the stitching. Who would have thunk it, right? So I just pulled that out, and now it's just cherry cobbler without any white stitching. So that's kind of fun. We also have it in Daffodil Delight, which will also work. So thank you guys for sharing my video. Please remember to share it. The cards that I make in this video, or projects, let's just say projects or cards. It might be both. You're going to win those next week. Somebody will. So anyways, alternate Paper Pumpkin ideas if you guys were looking for them. Okay. I think that's it for the blah, blah, blah. So now let's actually make something. What are we going to make first? Let's try this. This one might be my most complicated one. Well, I'm just kidding. It's not really complicated. It does use a few different items. So I've got the detailed deer thinlets, the layering squares dies, and the stitched shapes because I need those items. I also have the buffalo check background stamp. I heart buffalo check. Okay, so we've got the detailed, or excuse me, dashing deer stamp set. We're just going to use the happiest Christmas wishes out of that. Set that up there. We've got some Merry Merlot ink. What else do I have? I've got some frosted and clear epoxy droplets. And then I have some shimmer paint that I have mixed into my spritzers with rubbing alcohol. Now, tip for shimmer paint and mixing it with alcohol in your spritzers. You want to use 70% rubbing alcohol when you fill these up. You can also buy 90% rubbing alcohol, but you want the 70 because the 70, whatever that is, it helps keep your nozzles from clogging with the paint. So just remember that 70% rubbing alcohol. And there's no measurement. I just dump some paint in there and then I dump in some alcohol and then I shake it up and then I spritz it on. So there's no magic to it. Now for this particular project, I'm using Merry Merlot cardstock, and the copper, bright copper, looks really amazing on there. So that's the color that we're going to end up using. Okay, let me pull my cardstock pieces out of here. I don't want to give it all away just yet. So I've got two 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 pieces of Merry Merlot, and we're going to do some scoring on those. Let me grab my scoring tool here. Ooh, actually, no, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to use my buffalo check stamp on this first. I also need scrap paper. Here's my scrap paper. Okay, so we're going to ink up this stamp. I don't know, can you guys see this? I'm going to actually raise this camera up just a tad because I think that you might be able to see a little better. If that's horrible, let me know and I'll switch it back. But I thought if you had a wider angle, maybe you could see what I'm doing better. So the stamp is clean. So I'm just going to use my Merry Merlot ink pad and I'm just going to pounce it all over the stamp. Get it all nice and inky. And here's a little tip for you guys. Sometimes if you like ink it up, you might see a line. Now I don't see it really great right here, but I kind of see it right there. If you're just kind of really random, you can kind of end up seeing lines. I hope you guys can see that. Lines in the ink. That's going to transfer to your paper and you don't really want that. So what I do is when I'm inking this, I'm purposely going along this kind of lighter check here because that's not going to show a line as much as the darker checks. Okay, so there's just a little tip for you guys. Now what I like to do is to lay my paper on top of this, and I'm going to be careful to get it lined up. Ooh, look at that. Ink on my fingers. I'm going to put my scratch paper over the top, and I'm going to rub it. I'm keeping one hand on here while I'm rubbing it so that my paper doesn't shift, and then I'm going to move my hand. Now my other hand is on there, and then I'm rubbing it with this one. So you want to make sure you have one in place all the time. You don't want your paper to move. We'll just dump it upside down. Voila! Perfect! Excuse me. Get my stamp out of the way. Rub that ink. Actually, I'm just going to lick it. It's non-toxic. It's not going to kill me. Lick that off my fingers. And then here I have my beautiful buffalo check background. Isn't that amazing? Yes, it is. And now you see, I do have some ink around the edges of my ink pad here. Let me grab a baby wipe. Whoops, I only need one baby wipe. Because I'm kind of anal about stuff and I don't want there to be ink there because I'm going to end up touching that and getting it on my finger and then getting it on my project. So I'm just going to gently wipe that off with a baby wipe. Because I don't want to have my project just about done and then, oh gosh, look what happened. Barb stuck her finger in the ink. What do you know about that? Okay. Throw that away. Close up my ink for the moment so that I don't get, do I have any more? I think we're good. All right, now we need the Stampin' Trimmer. Okay, I'm going to bring this in. Hopefully the glare's not too bad from my light above my head. But we're going to do some scoring here at a 1/2 inch. Whoops, this is a cutting blade. We don't want that. So we're going 1/2 inch. And then we're going 1 inch. We're doing it on both sides, 1/2 and 1. In case you're not realizing what I'm doing, I'm actually using this side of my trimmer. There's measurements on both sides, but for small measurements, I like to use this other side here. Doesn't matter, you can use either one you want. I just have better luck with that. So this is my back piece here. So I'm doing scoring at 1/2 inch and 1 inch on this too. Okay, we've got that done. So my next step is going to be to take, what am I taking here? I'm taking this number 8 square framelit and I'm going to take it over to my Big Shot and I am going to line it up so that it's centered in between, I can fold these so you can see, between these two innermost score lines. So I'm just going to center that in there. And of course, as you guys have seen many times on many different channels, by the magic of TV, it's already done. So I've already cut that out. So now I can make another one. Okay, so now I have that cut out of the front. Then I'm going to take a piece of gray granite over to my Big Shot, and I'm going to take that same die, that number 8 square, and I'm covering it with my number 10 scallop. So you can see how number 8 nests in there really nicely. I will tape it down with some washi tape because I use my dies a lot and they get a little cattywampus. Not a problem. They still work great. And so I would run that through my Big Shot, and then I would get this cute little frame. So now I can put that on the front. Okay, I've got some questions here. Thank you, Ellen, for sharing my video. Kate loves the stamp. Suze is watching. Becky shared. Okay, I think we're good. Thank you guys for sharing and watching. I appreciate that. Okay. Next, I have a piece of shimmery white. It's a 3x3. And I would take that over to my Big Shot again. This is the largest stitched circle. So I would lay that on there. And then, oh, here it is in my bag. I would get a stitched circle out of shimmery white paper. This stuff, like live on TV, is just amazing how I can just go, oh, see how you do this, and it's already done. So that's working really well for me. Okay, so I'm gonna put those back, and then the last thing I need is a jumping deer right here out of Early Espresso. And here's my Early Espresso, and look at that. We have a jumping deer falling out of the bag. Perfect. Okay. And I also have a little banner piece here that I can take my Mary Merlot, and I'm going to ink up my stamp. I'm just gently tapping because these new pads are kind of juicy and whatnot. All right, let's see. I've got my broken glasses on, so let's just see how well I can do here. Get that centered. That's pretty dang good, I have to say. And in case that didn't work out, I already have it on the other side. But it worked out fine, so I'm good. All right, all these pieces out of the way. Oh, and I did want to show you something as I get done here. Okay, so this is a piece that I did a couple days ago, and I don't know if you can tell the difference. On this side of it, I'm going to pull it up close. Maybe if I put it in the light better. On this side over here, I used the white, the shimmery white, or the frost white shimmer paint in my spritzer. And then on this side, I used the copper. And the white almost drowns out the buffalo check background, so you can't even see it. So I did like the copper a lot better. So I'm actually going to use the copper on the front piece here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to bring in a piece of paper. We're going to shake that up because the paint will end up getting stuck. You can kind of see a little bit right there. So if you just shake it up, it's good. Take the lid off. Be sure that the nozzle is pointing away from you or you will be covered in bright copper stuff too. And now my little spritzer, I always rinse them out in the sink. Like I go upside down and get all the excess out of the tube that I can, but so I'll do that later. So now we're just going to let that sit there and dry for a minute while we work on this inside part. So I'm going to take my jumping deer and he's going to go on about like so. Actually, maybe I'll pop him up on dimensionals. I wasn't going to, but now that I think about it, that might actually be kind of cool. Well, that one can go on as behind. Then we've got some mini dimensionals here. We'll get those stacked up. So are you guys loving mini dimensionals? Do you guys have them? I am loving them for so many small areas. I just can't get enough of them. Oh, goodness. Come on there. Okay. All right. So we are going to have him about like so. And then I also, what did I do with it? Here we go. I have these super cute little red rhinestone gems, and I need one for his nose, and I see a little floater in there. Maybe I can just dump that out. There we go. And we can just get that on the end of his nose, hopefully. Ah, okay. Put that away. All right, so here's the back piece of our card. So I'm going to fold the innermost score line up, burnish that down. Then the other score line is going to go out. So this is kind of a diorama card. Diorama. I don't know. Oh, somebody's upstairs. Hopefully they don't make too much noise. So we end up having this. Oh, great. Sounds like somebody's going to take a shower while I'm Facebook Live. That's great. Love it when children do that. Okay, so then the other one here is the same thing. We're going to flip it over. We're going to fold that one up. Oh, you guys, this is so annoying. I apologize for this. Hopefully it's not as bad for you as it is for me. Hopefully he's quick. Okay, so that's going to be the front. Along with, does anybody see that little, oh, here it is. I'll say I lost my frame. No. All right, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit of liquid glue, just a skinny, skinny, skinny little bead along there. And then I'm going to cover my opening, because the opening in my little frame here is the same size as the opening in the card. Okay, there we go. The little reindeer is going to go stuck in the back. Glue that on, and we're going to set him down just a hair, maybe twist him so his antler doesn't stick out the top. And then we're going to take your glue and put it on these edges here and this edge on this side. Ugh. Don't want glue there. Okay, so then I'm going to glue this to this. Oh gosh, Linda, I am so sorry. He should know better. I told him I was going Facebook Live. Dang kids. They just can't remember, I guess. Okay. So, there we have it. So when you stand it on a desk, whoops, it'll stand up on someone's desk, or it does fold flat for mailing, which is always super important. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're just going to kind of add our little, and you know what I like to do sometimes, you guys? I like to raise these up. So I'm going to like take my bone folder and kind of make a bump like this. And then on the ends, I'm going to roll it up. Thanks, Linda. I'm so sorry, you guys. Dang kids, like I said. Okay, so then I have this, it looks like this. So it's not completely flat. So it just gives a little more dimension to the card. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue on that end piece and then on my little bump that I just made. And I'll just kind of set that right here. Oops, come on you. May have to hold that with my finger for a second. Okay. And you can see that's a little bit bumpy there. We have that super cute little nose, and that is it. So there's the diorama card, you guys. Super easy to make. You can do whatever you want with these things. So remember to share the video because next week someone is going to win this along with the other things that I have. So yay. All right, let me clean this up. Get all these things out of the way. Spritzer we don't need. I'll probably need my glue. Oh, you know what? I forgot these frosted dots. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use them or not. Let's just sort of see what happens. Oh, you know what we could do? Oh my gosh. I just thought of something. I have my dark cherry cobbler marker here. And granted, this is Mary Merlot. But I'm wondering if I could color this cherry cobbler and if it wouldn't make any difference. And if I could sort of randomly place those on the card somewhere. Let me see. This is what I do a lot of the times when I'm trying to see if something will fit or something will look good. I'll leave it on the little plastic sheet. I won't take it off. And then sometimes I'll just like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. Because it's a little bit bigger than the red for his nose. And so then I can just take a piercing tool thing. And we can just add that right there. Oh, yeah. So much better. One little tiny thing, guys. That's all it takes sometimes. It's just one little extra thing. And then you have even more fun. Let me put these away so I don't lose them. Okay, so now whoever wins will win an even more fabulous card. So there you go. Okay, moving on. I need to clear out some of this stuff and then get my next bucket. Okay. All right, you guys, hopefully you'll think this is really fun. I thought it was super cute when I saw it. Okay, so it uses our Dashing Along Designer Series paper. This is something that's not actually in the catalog, but you can purchase it. So it has 3 different back-to-back patterns. So you have the star pattern backed with just some kind of writing. You have the stripes backed with the flowers, and then you have the kind of filigree backed with some other fun stuff. So I thought I'd go ahead and use the star pattern on this little project that I have going on here. And it's a regular pack of DSP, and like I said, you can get it in the store. Okay, so we're going to use one of these cute little boxes. These are our lustrous white mini gable boxes. I just love that word, lustrous. And they actually have a little bit of a shiny, shimmery white finish on them. So I don't know if I hold that into the light over here. Can you kind of see that? Perhaps. Okay, anyways, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut off the handles, okay? Thanks, guys. There's a score line right here on this handle, and I'm just going to cut it right on that score line. Ugh. Whoops. I don't want to cut the other side. Okay, so I've just cut the handle off, and I'm going to cut this handle off as well. Okay, moving over here, and we're going to snip this one off. There we go. Those are trash. That's garbage now. So where's my garbage? And then these, so we're going to actually make the box. So fold on the score lines. And this one here, this little tab here that you just cut off, it's going to actually fold down and go inside. And we're going to glue that down. So I'm just going to burnish it with my bone folder. Okay. Carol's watching this. Carol, if you're still there, I think you know what I'm making. Just add some liquid glue to that. Push that to the inside. Add some liquid glue to this side. And push that inside too. You could actually cut these off, but I feel like the box is a little more sturdy if you leave them on. And they don't hurt anything. They don't look bad. So I'm just going to leave them. Okay, so in the bottom part, we need to bring those in. Fold those down. That one. And then, whoops, that one. And then to put these boxes together, you bring in this flap right here. And then the 2 little side flaps come in and then the tucker flap. I'm sure that's not really the word, but that's what I'm calling it, the tucker. Hello, Julie and Sandy. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. So here's the inside of the box. And now we have these little doohickeys on the side. Get rid of those. And you need a hole punch. And I'm going to use an 1/8 inch hole punch. Oh my, where is my 1/8 inch hole punch? Is it in my box? No. Do I have another one somewhere? Let's hope so. Okay, so up here at the top, I'm going to make this little slot a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to add a few punches with my 1/8 inch hole punch, just to kind of make this hole just slightly bigger, because I need to put a straw in it. Okay, you guys are probably going, what are you doing? I can hardly wait to show you. Okay, so I've just made that a little bit bigger. Now I'm going to take a little straw, and I just bought these. I think I bought them at Walmart. I don't know when. I don't know if they still have them, but you could probably find straws at a party store or something like that. Just find some straws somewhere. And then you're just going to kind of wedge that straw in through the hole that you just made. Okay? Now, I did try to use a 1/4 inch hole punch because I thought, oh, that's going to be the perfect size. But the 1/4 inch hole punch is like slightly larger than my straw. And so when I went to put my straw in there, it wouldn't stay. Okay, so now I need to cut off. I don't need all this straw. I just need a little bit. Okay. And then this side here, we'll cut some of that off. And you see what we're making? We're making a little toolbox that's going to be full of candy. That's a little bit long still. Okay. So now I'm going to take a few pieces of that designer series paper that we just talked about. And we're using the green kind. Green kind. That's really stupid. Star pattern is what I meant to say. And I'm going to score. These are 2 inch by 6 inch strips. And I'm scoring them at 2 inches. Hello, Barbara. How are you? Hello, Pamela. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate that. Be sure to share the video. Let everybody know that you're here. Yay! Okay. So we've got two 2 by 6 inch strips. I've scored them at 2, and now I am folding them. Okay. And I'm just going to add these to the front of the box. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. I'm not trying to add a ton, but enough that it'll stay on the box. So I'm going to have 2 pieces that are going to go around. You could try to do it with a 12 inch piece, but I just feel like it would be harder to manage than it would be with these 6 inch pieces. So, okay, so we're going to get more glue on this piece here. Alright, and then we're going to go to that. And oh my gosh, you guys, there are like 70 people watching me when I just looked at my screen. Holy cow, that's like the most people I think I've ever had watching me. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so here we have the paper. And now with these boxes, you can also, if you don't want to wrap them with designer series paper, you can actually run them through the Big Shot with embossing folders. So this is one that I did last spring. This is one of our silver ones, where I used one of those petal pair embossing folders. So you can run these through the Big Shot too if you wanted to, rather than put the designer series paper on them. This stuff's retired now, but it was super cute, right? The box is still available, but not the goodies on the front. Okay, so we got our little toolbox. Now I have some tissue paper that I'm just going to kind of throw in there just to make it look a little more fancy. A little more fancy. Come on, get in there. Okay. So cute. And then I took our Merry Christmas to All stamp set. Oh, hold on. Gotta grab something. Every time I'm live, I forget something. Our Merry Christmas Thinlits dies. So these are the Merry Christmas Thinlits dies. You've got Christmas, Happy, Holidays, Merry, and then a couple of tags. And so I already went ahead and cut the word Merry. And I cut it with our self-adhesive, multi-purpose, what are they called? Multi-purpose adhesive sheets. So I ran the cardstock through with the multi-purpose adhesive sheet on it so that it would have glue on it. You can add glue. You could just use liquid glue. That would work totally fine. But I was just screwing around and wanted to check this out and see how well it would work. And it actually worked out pretty good. So I'm going to stick my Merry right here on the front of the box. Super simple, went right on there. It's now stuck. Amazing. And then I'm going to take the Christmas sentiment out of this stamp set here. And I have a block. I'm going to stick it on there crooked because who cares? And I thought I had a piece of white cardstock somewhere. Well, I do, but that might be a little too small. So luckily my paper is right here next to me. So I'm just going to grab a piece. And I'm actually going to use my Real Red ink. And we're going to ink that Christmas sentiment up. We're going to stamp it right there. I'm going to grab my classic label punch. And I'm going to crop it out, and just barely fits in there. So that makes me happy. There we go. Okay, I see some more comments. Hold on. First time catching you live. Well, hello, Cheryl Lee. And hello, Tracy from Texas. Awesome. And Barbara, great name. So thank you guys so much for watching and sharing. I appreciate that very much. Keep watching and keep sharing because, like I said, somebody's going to win all this stuff. Where is... All right, I had my mini dimensionals. Did I put them in that other bucket? Oh. Yep, sure did. Okay, so I'm going to put like 2 mini dimensionals here. And so this project, whoever wins this, I'm probably going to sort of disassemble it. Is that even a word? Yeah, I think it is. Disassemble it a little bit so it's flat. So I'll probably take the box down so it's nice and flat so that it won't get destroyed in the shipping process. Okay, so there we have our Merry Christmas. Now our final trick. We gotta have some treats. And look at these. You guys, these are like my most favorite. They came out, I think, last year. These little Santa hat Hershey's Kisses. Oh, they're so cute. And I just thought a bunch of Santa's hat Hershey's Kisses would go good in there. Now, I'm not going to send you the chocolate when whoever wins this, but I'm sure you'll have chocolate at your house. So there it is. Oops. My super cute little Santa's toolbox. And I have another one here with the different pattern of the paper. So these are the 2 that we did. This one at Club. This one I just did for you guys. So someone's going to win that. So thanks, you guys, for all the love. Share, share, share. Hit the hearts if you thought it was cute. That always makes me happy. And then I will gather up my goods for my next project. Get all this out of the way. All right. And then my next project is another kind of fun fold. Ooh. Well, there's one left. I mean, I'm going to have to eat it. Okay. One project left, guys. And this one is going to be another one of those fancy fold kind of cards. And we're going to use some Highland Heather. Well, actually, we're going to end up using blues, but I'm going to show you all the scoring and measurements and everything with the Highland Heather and the Gorgeous Grape. And then a little strip of our galvanized metallic paper. Okay. So, I don't need that. I don't need this. I don't need this. Sometimes I must have more room in order to create. When I start to get cramped, then I think I can't create as well. So I'm kind of a little bit OCD as far as cleanliness goes. So anyways, so here's my piece of paper. This is a piece of Highland Heather. It measures 11 inches by 5.5. Now this is one of those, it's a boxed card. And normally they were designed for 12-inch cardstock. But we don't have a very large selection of 12-inch cardstock anymore, which is a bummer. I get it. I'm sad about it too. But we have to make do. So we're going to use an 11-inch piece of cardstock, and then we're just going to add a little bumper, which is going to be cool because it'll have another color on it. So I bring my Stampin' Trimmer back in here, and we're going to score this. I have this chocolate in my mouth. It's very hard to talk with a chocolate in your mouth. Sorry. What a show this is. I've got a water fountain upstairs and chocolate in my mouth. Okay. So, first score mark is at 3 inches. Whoops. Come on, you glasses. Okay, 3 inches. We're going to swing out the arm here. We're going to go 6.5, which is right here in this little center spot. Oh, gosh, that scared the heck out of me. This was just rolling on my desk, and I thought it was a wasp. Ah! I'm still a little wasp shy down here. Okay, 3, 6.5, 7, and 10.5. Okay. Whoops, hold on. Let me look at this comment here. Yes, Charlotte, I can totally relate to that. I know, Tracy, but I figured it's close to December. People might be watching this replay this weekend. And then my November host code won't work. So December host code, go ahead and use it if you're going to order. Okay. 3, 6.5, 7, 10.5. I need to focus. Okay. So here's my 3-inch panel right here. Actually, let me remember what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, the water fountain turned off. Wahoo! Okay, yeah. So this is my 3-inch panel here. So I'm going to spread that out. And I'm going to add a tiny bead of glue along this edge. Well, if the glue would come out. There we go with the glue. And I'm going to put this metallic, galvanized metallic paper on the edge here, and I want some of it to show. Okay. So about like that. Okay. Then, well, I'm going to snip off the excess. So this piece would actually be, it's probably 3/8 by, well, 6, and so I'm cutting it off so it's 5.5. Then I'm going to add some glue again. We'll just add it to this piece here. Okay. And now my card needs to be 12 inches. So I'm using my grid paper and I'm lining it up over here on the left edge in the corner. And then my piece of grape is 5.5 by 1.5. And it's right here at the 12-inch mark. Okay. So now my piece of cardstock is 12 inches long, like it's supposed to be. Okay. And it's never bad to have, you know, an extra color on there, because color is amazing. That's why we do what we do, because we like all these colors. Okay. So we have this. That's going to fold flat. This is going to come over, and this is going to be our card. When they open it up, we're going to cut a hole in here, and they're going to see something inside. Now, I just did purple just for you guys to see how to make this. The card we're going to make is actually going to be with blue. So we're going to use, it's balmy blue, silver foil sheet, and blueberry bushels. So same thing. I've done it. It's 12 inches long. I've already cut a hole with one of my oval dies because the thing I want to stick inside works with an oval. You can use any sort of shape you want. You could use a punch if you can get it in there. You could use squares, circles, whatever you want to do. Okay. I also have a piece of Whisper White that's going to kind of cover up this area here in the front a little bit. And it measures, where's my ruler? Because I forgot. I made this a couple weeks ago. 3¼ by 5¼ Yes. 3¼ by 5¼ So you'll put that pen, and you don't have to put this panel on if you don't want to. I just did it because I kind of wanted to hide a little bit of the mess in here. And I wanted a place to maybe write a message. So that serves two purposes. Is purposes even a word? I don't think it is. Okay, so then I have used the Snowfall Thinlits that I talked about at the beginning of the live. These are available through tomorrow, guys, which is November 30th. And it is a set of, how many? 20 snowflakes. There's all different kinds of snowflakes here. We've got all these little small ones. They can layer. You can cut them out in multiple colors. We've got the little leaves and the sprigs. This is one of my favorites here. And then we have the large snowflakes. So these are actually like snow themed. We've got this long swirly one. So just a lot of fun. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you place your order by tomorrow, November 30th at 11:50 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. What I like to call Stampin' Up! Time. Okay. So I have a piece of shimmery white here that I just sort of cut to mimic like a hill. Okay. And so that's going to end up going inside here. But I want to kind of place this where I want it to be. So I've got a pencil. You guys are going to chuckle. I bought these pencils last year when my friends Kelly and Dina were here visiting me. And this one says, write that beep down, just in case there's little ones watching me. Starts with an SH. Write that beep down. Okay. So I want my little snow hill to go about right there. So we will just go ahead and, whoops, I need to cut that because that is not straight. Okay. So here's my little snow hill. And I think that's going to work. up a little too far. Okay, that should work good. So now I can erase the rest of my pencil mark. And I just have, I don't even know, I got this at a book fair. You know, when your kids are in elementary school and you have the book fair, and they always have that junk up at the counter that you can buy. Well, I would always buy erasers because I'm kind of an eraser freak, but nobody cares about that. Okay. Then I have this adorable little snowman, and he comes to us from the Seasonal Chums stamp set. So this is actually designed to make like tags. Oh, I got some more comments here. Stampin' Up time. Yeah, I always have to say Stampin' Up time because it's the same as my time. I'm Mountain Standard Time too, so I just say, oh, it's Stampin' Up time. So these are designed to make like tags. So it's one long stamp. You would stamp it. The dies match this whole long thing. You fold it in half. You have an adorable little tag. But I just needed one little snowman. So here he is in his, he's just so adorable. And I colored him in with, oh, I forgot my 2 markers. But this is Real Red, just a regular Stampin' Write marker. This is the Call Me Clover. I did use a Stampin' Blend for his hat and for the bunny because they were a little bit larger spaces to cover. And I wanted to make sure that that it looked nicer. So Stampin' Blends, when you're coloring, the color blends together a lot nicer than a regular Stampin' Write marker. But these are the little spots were so tiny that it didn't matter. No one's going to tell. So Stampin' Write for the scarf and his little decorations on his hat and his nose. Stampin' Blend, hat, rabbit. Okay. So I'm going to put that in there with a couple of dimensionals, I think. Because why not? He's in a window. Why not have him popped up sitting in there? Because he's adorable. Okay. So I think, let's just check. I think that'll work. Okay. So there he is. So then what I need to do to close this all up is add some glue on this outer strip here. Or this is where the 10.5 part was. And you could use tear and tape. I wouldn't necessarily recommend snail just because I don't think it will hold as well, but this will hold great. So I'm just folding it on this flap here, and then I'm just going to bring the front over like so. Press that down, let it get stuck for a second. Then for the front, I have a sentiment here out of the Peaceful Poinsettia stamp set. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I love that it's huge, so it can take up the whole front of my card. And then on the inside, maybe we can stamp this, may this season be filled with peace. I have it ready here. We'll try. Maybe we can stamp it right below the snowman. I probably should have done that before I glued it all together, but we're going to try. I think, well, if we mess it up, you know how it is. We will fix it. Okay. Oh, the moment of truth. Ooh, pretty good, I'd have to say. So I recommend if you do that, put it on there first. Don't be a ding-dong like me and try to stick it on after the fact, because you're just asking for problems if you do that, right? Okay, so we're going to take this snowflake and we're going to stick it on the front. I'm trying to find out what the back side is from the die cuts, but my glasses are not the best. Where's my scratch paper? Here's one. Because I don't want it, if that ink's not dry, I don't want it to transfer to the other side of the card. All right, so we're going to stick this beautiful die cut snowflake right there on the front. Okay, and then this we're going to pop up on some dimensionals. Well, I think I have like 5 here. I think that's a little overkill. I think 4 is plenty, for goodness sake. Hello, Marilyn. Hello, Tara and Rose. How are you guys? All right, so let's try to get this straight as we can with the eyeballs that we are using. Okay, I think it's done. Isn't that just adorable? Oh my gosh, I just want to smile when I see it. It's so cute. So we have the front, we open it up, and then we have our little snowman. So you can see it makes a little kind of like a box in a sense. So it's called a box card. But now I've shown you how to do it without having to have 12 by 12 cardstock. So I think that's it for this video. Do I have anything else really cool to show you if I've made anything else? Oh, I know, I've got something else up here that's kind of fun. I kind of love making candy treats for people just because I love candy, number one, and I love creating crafting for number 2. And I like to give gifts to people just because. So this is one of those delicious peppermint Hershey's candy bars. And I just wrapped it with a piece of designer series paper, added a piece of cardstock back here with a little to from image. And, ooh, Jerry just said she missed me. Jerry, as soon as I'm done with this, you'll be able to go back to this page and watch it in its entirety. So you can watch it anytime you want. After I'm done being live, I will post it to my page. I also end up posting this to YouTube, so you'll be able to see it there. I'm going to post it on my blog in a couple of days with all the measurements for all the projects, so you can always watch it again if you come in late. Anyways, so I just used the candy cane set, and oh my gosh, this is so cute. So anyways, I wanted to ask you guys, next week when we go live, do you want, you can answer in the comments, you can just either say candy or you can say gift cards, okay? Do you want me to focus on making candy treats for you to give, or do you want me to focus on making gift card holders because so many people give gift cards this time of year? So just let me know. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you want candy or gift cards, and then I will focus on one or the other of those items next week when I'm live on Thursday at 5 o'clock Stampin' Up! Time. Yeah, well, yes, Lisa, and it's delicious. Let me just show you what it looks like out of the package. It's called the Hershey's Candy Cane. Yeah, and it is so delicious. It's one of my faves. My daughter likes the Oreo, the cookies and cream one. Candy cane is where it's at. So this is a large one that I have covered here. This is a smaller one. They come in both sizes. So anyway, remember, leave the word candy or gift cards in the comments below. Remember to share the video because someone's going to win this and this and this. Next week, I'll draw a winner from everybody who shares the video. Also, if you're going to order, you could order from me because that'll go into my Barb Needs New Glasses fund since I've had these broken glasses since I had my cataract surgery in March. And I really need new glasses because I really can't see. Anyway. So thank you guys for watching. When I post this to YouTube, if you're on YouTube, give it a thumbs up because I love that. Or give it a thumbs up here on Facebook. Just let me know that you enjoy what I'm doing. And I love doing this, and I'm so glad to be back, you guys. And until next week, I will see you later. Bye-bye.